and then all of the best teams in the AFC lose this last week while the Chiefs are on a bye, it couldn't get any better for them. Can you believe it? It's week 11 in the NFL, and you're watching Picks with David. Thanks for joining me. And we begin week 11. It's unbelievable what's happening in the league between injuries, losses by big teams, good teams on a bye. Everything is falling into place as we head towards the playoffs. But can you believe it? Okay. You've got two of the top teams that were expected to compete for the Super Bowl, Cincinnati and Buffalo. Neither one of those teams are going to make the playoffs. So we've got 5 big picks for you today that are going to lead into some playoff positioning. And let's begin with our first game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers at the Green Bay Packers early on here on Sunday. And the Chargers are coming off of a disappointing, situation where their defense just couldn't hold up against the Detroit Lions. Excuse me. Their offense has been able to put up good points, but the defense has struggled. Well, they're going to go against a team that does not have a very good defense. At least that's not what they have been showing recently. The Green Bay Packers are a middling team this year. The offense doesn't put up a whole hell of a lot of points unless they're playing other middling teams. Their defense, while it can come alive from time to time, the whole team is really just a mess. I don't think that the Green Bay Packers are going to explode offensively against the Chargers today. And so for that reason, I'm going to take the Los Angeles Chargers to win in Green Bay. Game number 2 sees the Arizona Cardinals go to the Houston Texans. And the Cardinals have gotten Kyler Murray back along with James Conner. And last week they picked up their second win of the season. But they're going to go to Houston, which is surprisingly playing well this year. C.J. Stroud has been a revelation. He's playing like a seasoned pro at quarterback. Devin Singletary running the football is doing well in place of Dameon Pierce. And he's got a cast of no-name players to throw the ball to. The defense has been playing well. And DeMeco Ryans, who is the head coach of the Houston Texans, used to be the defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. So he is very well aware of what Kyler Murray can do, and I'm sure he'll break out some of his defensive schemes that he had in San Francisco in an attempt to stop him. I think this will be a very close game because I think Arizona has the ability to put up points now that Kyler Murray and James Conner are back, but I still think the Houston Texans should win the game. In week number 1, the Los Angeles Rams went to Seattle and stunned the Seahawks in the first game of the season. These two teams are very different from earlier in the year. I think Seattle has awakened a little bit for what they are capable of doing. While they have struggled on the road at Cincinnati, among others, I think that Seattle is the better team here. I like the Rams as far as, what they're capable of, but Matthew Stafford is still dealing with an injured thumb. If he gets hurt further coming off of this week here, we're going to see Carson Wentz, who could come in the game and be the savior, if you will, for the Rams. They have weapons to throw the ball to. The running game is slightly effective with Henderson in the backfield, but they need their defense to step up big today if they're going to have a chance against Seattle. I like the Seahawks avenging their early season loss today in Los Angeles. Sunday Night Football's got the Minnesota Vikings going to the Denver Broncos. And the Broncos have managed to pick up a couple of impressive wins over the last few weeks. Between their bye week, they made a victory in front of it against the Kansas City Chiefs, and after it, in Buffalo. So this team is starting to put things together. I know that it looks like it's because the other teams are not playing well, but the Denver defense has come to life. As long as Russell Wilson and the offense do not turn the football over, playing at home, they've got a really good chance. I think that Minnesota is super injured. Yes, they're playing with a quarterback who's much more mobile, and Josh Dobbs has come in, and they have picked up 2 wins in a row. I'm a Vikings homer and love the Vikings, but I'm sorry, I think that they've got T.J. Hawkinson has really hurt ribs. They're still missing Justin Jefferson, and playing against a stout defense like Denver on the road, I expect the Broncos to get back in the playoff hunt and defeat the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. Monday Night Football is the Super Bowl rematch between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs are coming off a couple of big wins here, and it is important, I think, that as they come off this victory against the Miami Dolphins in Germany, they're coming off a bye, and Andy Reid's record coming off a bye is sterling. But the Eagles are also coming off a bye. Both teams have a lot to play for to remain in the top spot in their respective conferences. But, they're playing at Arrowhead, and while I am a Chiefs apologist and also a homer here for Kansas City, I see what's happening around the league. And it doesn't make for a great storyline if the Kansas City Chiefs run away with the AFC conference. Baltimore lost, Buffalo lost, Cincinnati lost, Jacksonville lost, the Chargers lost. All these teams that could be a threat to Kansas City going forward for that top spot, I just don't see Kansas City running away with it. I know they're playing at Arrowhead, and I want the Chiefs to win, but it just feels like the deck is stacked for the Philadelphia Eagles to come into Arrowhead and win the game. So I'm going to take the Eagles to win on Monday Night Football. So there you have it, another exciting Picks with David for week number 11. Thanks for joining me. Be sure to like and subscribe to the video so you don't miss any of my picks as we go through the NFL season. Enjoy the games, everybody, and we'll see you next time.